Hi, BK. It is Mr. Matt and Miss Alina, and we are here for week number 12. 12 weeks of doing BK Online. Can you believe it? That is so many months.
3 months.
We're not very good at math, but that's 3 months right there. Anyways, last week on BK Online, you learned about one of my favorite Bible stories, the walls of Jericho, and how the Israelites walked around the walls 7 times, and on the 7th time, they screamed and shouted and played their horns and trumpets, and the walls came tumbling down. This week, we are learning about how they actually take the Promised Land, and how God made the sun stand still.
Wow.
And not just like it was really light out for a long time. No, completely still for almost an entire day. It stood in one spot so that they could have enough sunlight to defeat their enemies. God shows up in a mighty way in this story, and we can't wait for you to learn about it. Miss Alina, please run us through our memory verse.
Our verse that we are still learning, but just for this last week. So it's your last week to memorize it, to get your hand motions down, and to send us a video of you reciting the verse and doing the hand motions.
So that you can get BK bucks! Money, 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 money!
So our verse is still Deuteronomy 31:8. And here are the hand motions. If you need a little refresher, here it goes. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear.
Do not fear or be dismayed.
It looks like I need a little more of a refresher.
Luckily, we have one more week. Well, this is the last week.
Yeah, so send us your video before next Sunday.
For next Sunday. So you have this week to send us the video, because next week we have a new memory verse, a new Bible point, and 4 new Bible stories that we're going to be learning about. Okay? So learn that memory verse, film it, record it, do the hand motions, and get those BK bucks.
Email it to us at bridgekids4sq@gmail.com.
Yeah. And don't think that we forgot about the family activity, because it's a fun one.
It is.
Take it away.
Do y'all like dancing? Do you like freezing? Our family activity this week is to have a freeze dance party.
What?
Yeah, you heard that right.
Yeah.
Play a song you love. Dance out to it.
So it would go a little something like this. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, freeze. Mama shark do 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 do, mama shark do 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 do, freeze. It's as easy as that. You just play your favorite song. Someone's on the pause button. Pause it when you think it's gonna be a fun place to stop, and you freeze.
You hold it.
And then you play it, and then we do it all over again.
Don't get lost in the music.
I know, it's hard to. Especially me, I love to dance. So, that is our family activity this week. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
BK, we love you. We miss you so much. Parents, don't forget to sign up for VBS. That is coming up.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it, and it's only $20. Only $20. So, sign up for VBS. Learn the Bible verse, have fun with the family activity, and stay cool because it is super hot outside.
God was with his people as they entered the Promised Land. Joshua and the Israelites had defeated the cities of Jericho and Ai. They made peace with their neighbors, the people of Gibeon. One day, the Israelites came to a place ruled by 5 kings. The kings did not love God or worship him. They had heard about God's people and were afraid.
One king called to the other 4 kings in the land. He said to them, "Help me attack Gibeon, because it has made peace with Joshua and the people of Israel." So the 5 kings joined forces and went up with all their armies to fight against Gibeon. The men of Gibeon sent a message to Joshua, help us, save us. All the kings who live in this land are fighting against us. So Joshua and his whole army went to Gibeon to help them. The Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of the kings, for I have handed them over to you. Not one of them will be able to stand against you."
Joshua and his army marched all night from where they were staying, and they surprised the 5 kings' armies. As the Israelites fought, God confused the kings' armies and helped Israel defeat their enemies. The 5 kings' armies fled. The Lord sent hail from the sky to stop them. The battle was not over. Joshua needed more time to fight before the sun went down. So Joshua prayed to God, "Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon over the valley." The sun stood still and the moon stopped until Israel and Gibeon defeated the kings.
The sun did not set for almost a full day. There has been no day like it before or since. As the Israelites traveled in the Promised Land, they took over many other cities. God fought for his people and helped Joshua and the Israelites conquer the land God had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
God gave the Israelites peace and rest from their enemies for many years. When Joshua was old, he reminded the Israelites about all the great things God had done for them. The people said, "We will worship the Lord because he is our God." Then Joshua died.
Joshua's name means the Lord is salvation. God fought for Joshua and the Israelites, saving them and giving them victory over their enemies. Sinners can look to God for victory over sin and death. God brought us salvation by sending his son, Jesus, to die on the cross and rise again.
Hey there, I'm Pastor Brian, and it's time for Questions from Kids. Noah from Waco, Texas asks,
I have to start a new school next week. I'm really worried about what my teachers will be like and making new friends. How can I feel at peace?
Noah, that's a really challenging situation. You know, when I was a kid, I moved around some too, and I had to start new school, so I know that can be intimidating. But here's the thing, you have the answer in the last question. How can you have peace? And we know that peace comes from God, that God cares about you, he loves you, and he's with you, and he knows exactly what you're going through. And so we know that when we trust in Jesus, when we follow him, one of the things that he gives us is peace in our life, that we can handle any circumstance, even if it's challenging, even if it's difficult, like starting a new school, getting to know your teachers, and making new friends. Here's the other thing though, don't forget that God is in control, that nothing you're going to experience is outside of God's awareness and his control. He's a good God, and remember, everything he does, even sending us to a new school, is done for his glory and our good. So what are some things that you can do to remind yourself that God is in control?